Hello everyone, my name is Valeria Frunze and I'm running an estate agency specialized in property investment, property development and portfolio management. We buy, renovate and rent residential apartments, and then our main business is rental management, and we do short-term rentals and long-term rentals in several different countries. And most of my clients and my friends, they're asking me, how do I run all these operations and all these portfolios in different countries, because I'm not physically present there all the time. So I travel in all these countries like 10 days every month. So running an Airbnb portfolio is quite easy actually, because we manage to set up the apartments in a way that the guest will be able to do self check-in, and you just need several basic stuff in order to be able to manage it, because everything is online. You don't need to interact physically with that people. So we just make effort only when we set up the property, because I have to go and physically check the premises and set it up accordingly to Airbnb requirements. So because it's a holiday let and it's all a hospitality business, and it's actually a hotel service, every single apartment has to have standards and has to tick the box on, for example, bedding and cleanness and everything that needs to be there in order to tick the boxes on standards. So I spend a couple of days to set up the premises together with my team. We take the professional photos, and then me personally or my colleagues are doing the adverts on the platform. So when we say an Airbnb business, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily only an Airbnb platform. So Airbnb is normally it's famous as a term, but actually when we do short-term rental, we rent this apartment on several different platforms, and Airbnb is one of them. But really and truly, we advertise it on different platforms like booking.com, VRBO, HomeAway, and many other like TripAdvisor, many other platforms. And then we synchronize the calendar so that we maximize the number of bookings. So because our target is to get 70-80% occupancy per month, and in order to diversify your income, and in order to get a longer capacity of bookings, you get bookings from different platforms. Not just because Airbnb is not good, is because some countries, for example Canada, they use more VRBO instead of Airbnb, or other countries they use more booking.com, for example. And actually booking.com give us at least 60% of our occupancy, so it's a very strong platform, but also it charges us more than Airbnb or the other platforms. Anyway, so in order to run an Airbnb business, you don't need to be physically present there, as long as you have a cleaner and a handyman available. So if you have an apartment in a remote place, like for example, at the moment I am in Kamena Vurla, which is 1.5 hours from Athens, Greece. And this particular premises, it's a house with a pool, with a tennis court and some other facilities. So this particular villa, we are setting it up for the new season, and we hired a local cleaner and a local handyman, and then when we do the bookings online, we just inform the cleaner when is the check-in and check-out day. So for the check-in, normally we don't need them to be here because we do everything remotely. So for some houses we have a digital door where we can access it with our mobile phone. It's a smart house, smart door. Some apartments we have lock boxes outside the building, and then we just send the guests the location of the box and the code, and then they will just do self check-in, as we call it. They will just collect the key and then access the apartment by themselves at any time they want. And The only time we need the cleaner is to be present at the checkout, because we always do the cleaning when the guests check out. We prepare it for the next guests. So in the same time, the cleaner will have to do a slight inventory just to make sure that the previous guest didn't damage anything or didn't take anything as a souvenir, as we had many situations in the past where guest will take the keys as a souvenir or something else from the house. So the cleaner will have to do the inventory and obviously the cleaning for the next guest. And the handyman, it's mainly when something breaks, like some problems with the boiler or the heating. This is like normal problems that appears during the tenancy. And then the only thing with short-term rental, the problem has to be solved instantly. So if the guests report any trouble or anything that is of inconvenience to their stay, we have to instantly solve it. When I say instantly, like within 20 minutes, half an hour, or hopefully in the same day. So that's why you need a local handyman. And all that has to, the communication with the cleaner and the handyman can be done remotely through, we communicate via WhatsApp, but any country, different countries, different apps. And Yeah, that's it really. So the only thing is the cleaner and the handyman, and all the rest, it has to be set up. Of course, it's important for you to come and do some inventory yourself once in a while. So I come to this house twice a year, but the property owner is more often here, so they can check if everything is in place and there's nothing broken. And also, I manage some apartments in countries that I never been. For example, I have a portfolio in Amsterdam. I never been to Amsterdam, but I managed to get remotely a cleaner and a handyman, and sometimes the cleaner will know a handyman, so they kind of collaborate together, and we just take care of the administration part. So it's a quite of a very easy to run business, and quite doable as well. So thank you very much, and wish you good luck.